Hey y'all, this is your girl Carmen, and I'm back at it again with another Escape in the Wilderness video where we have faith in God during our wilderness season. And I'm not going to hold y'all long. I just wanted to provide a quick word, a quick message for y'all. And I pray that you are able to receive this word. It was definitely a word from me. So the message is going to be called, "Is the grass really greener on the other side?" Question mark. I'm gonna say it again. Is the grass really greener on the other side? Question mark. Earlier today, I was looking at the book of Proverbs chapter 9, and it talked about the comparison between wisdom and folly. Folly means foolish, okay? If you need to go look it up in the dictionary, Google it, it'll pop up. Folly means foolish, okay? And they classified wisdom and folly as her, as a woman, okay? So for wisdom, it talks about how she, prepared a nice meal, prepared a nice mixture of wine. She sits at the highest point of the city, and she's inviting those to come and have these things with her. But if they are willing to leave behind simple ways, leave that behind. If they're willing to leave behind, being rebellious, not being for God, not wanting to receive knowledge and wisdom, from Him, from Jesus. And, she's inviting people who are willing to give up some things in order to have dinner and this drink with her. Whereas you have folly, someone who wants to still partake in her simple ways, don't have any knowledge, can care less about Jesus, want to still do her own thing. She's all about, stealing. It talks about how stolen water is sweet, and food that's eaten in secret is delicious. And this is coming from verse 17, okay, in the book of Proverbs chapter 9. And the people who are in the midst of all this is probably thinking, well, I'm someone that's simple. I would prefer to stay within my simple ways, so I'd rather go over here where I'm welcome. Because obviously I'm not welcome over here because I can't do what I want to do. I can't live a simple life. I can't live the way I want to live. And this, that, and the third. Not thinking or knowing that, as it says right here in verse 18 in chapter 9 of Proverbs, but little do they know that the dead are there, and her guests are in the depth of the grave. So, is the grass really greener on the other side? Not always what you think, especially if you haven't taken the time to fully observe and see what the other person may have. It may all sound good or whatnot because you can relate to how this other person is living, but you don't know what they got going on in their house. She's inviting you to come over to her house, but just because, and then you think, oh, it's all good over here because me and her, we can relate, so I'm going to go over here. I'm not going to worry about going over there. As, of course, when it comes to wisdom, she mentions in verse 6, if you leave your simple ways, you will live. Walk in the way and understanding. So, I don't know about y'all, but I'm going to choose the side where I want to live. I don't want to choose no side where I'm going to be going to my grave, okay? I don't want to witness any death, okay? That's what this is talking about. Everything that glitters is not gold. Everything ain't green on the other side. The grass is not always green on the other side. especially if you haven't taken the time to actually observe and witness what that person got going on. But people, you have some people, and I mean, that's some of us been in that position too, where we thought, hey, you know, I can relate to this, so it must be for me. But that's not always the case. There have been times we decided to take this route because it relates so much to us, and we're not heeding to our own discernment and asking God for confirmation or discernment for us to see if that's what we really need to be going, if that's the route we really need to be taking. Because if we're not careful, we're going to go based off of our own feelings because something resonates with us. Okay, we're going to go based off, well, this person's living this way, I live that way too, so that must be the person who I need to be around. And they're not, you get yourself in a situation that you can't even get yourself out of. This goes back to my previous video I talked about, I believe, when a previous video I talked about choosing wisdom. And like I said before, wisdom is, if you choose wisdom, it's going to keep you from getting in a whole lot of mess. It's going to keep you getting out of a whole lot of mess. And when you also choose wisdom, you're going to be able to make wiser choices, especially between these two invitations that are being given out to people. Again, wisdom is saying, if you live your simple life, you will live. I mean, if you leave your simple ways, you will live. Excuse me. And you have folly saying, you're not even telling you. She ain't even gonna tell you what's gonna happen if you come over here. She's just saying, talking about the food and drink, is here, can be kept in secret, can be stolen. It's stolen and it's sweet and it's delicious. She's not gonna judge you. It says, let all who are simple come in here. Of course, she ain't gonna tell you that you're on your way to your grave. She ain't gonna tell you that. You're more caught up in the fact that what she's saying sounds good, that you're not even alert and aware what you're gonna walk yourself into. Because everything she's telling you sounds good. And so that's where I leave with you with this, is that the grass is not always green on the other side. The message was, is the grass really green on the other side? Question mark. The answer is no. It is not always green on the other side, especially if you don't know what's on the other side of it. Is this person, I'm gonna leave you with this analogy. Is the person that you're receiving an invitation from, and you're going to their house, are they watering their grass every day, making sure it's luscious and green, beautiful? Or is this other person, is their grass, you're gonna go over here and they just putting down turf, and put down fake grass and make it look like it's green. You see what I'm saying? This person is upkeeping their grass, while this other person, they ain't got no grass. But they gonna put some fake grass down there and they gonna paint it. They gonna make it green as possible so you won't know. And have you thinking it look good. So I'm gonna leave you with that. So be wise, be observant of what people say and what they do. Okay? Be wise. But that's all I have for y'all tonight. I pray this is for somebody. This is definitely a word for me. I know it's gonna be for somebody. If you feel like this is gonna be for somebody else, please definitely share this video. Definitely comment. Share your thoughts on this message. And y'all have a wonderful night. Be safe. I love y'all. And see y'all next time. Bye.